So, welcome to part two of our series on the global mental health breakdown. So, in part one, we understood why mental health issues are exploding and why suicides are rising and how each group is suffering and the root cause behind the emotional collapse. And today, in part two, in this session, we move from the awareness part and the root cause part to the solution part, as I told you, as I promised you. And we will deep dive into the present state of mind, the human mind, and the desired state of human mind, and the habit shifts we must make, and how we can bridge the gap between that from present state to desired state, the gap, and how the emotional fitness can prevent the breakdown. Emotional fitness, how to prevent that one, the breakdown. And in last session, what we did exactly, let's have a quick recap. We established the present state. That's it's a mind that is overworked by endless tasks, and it's overstimulated and by constant notifications and digital noise. It's underrested because our sleep is the first thing that we sacrifice, if you agree. And ultimately, it is emotionally overloaded. Like a computer, you might have seen, if too many apps are open in the computer, then it happens, then it will lead to frequent crashes. Similarly, our mind also undergoes emotional overload. So you think what could happen to our mind, and what is the present state of human mind? Let us start with that discussion. In the modern days, let's look at the human mind. So if you relate to any of this, you can understand you are not alone. You can find this type of state maybe in you. I will discuss a few states of mind where you can relate to yourself, or you can relate to somebody of your society or somebody of your relative, maybe in your family member also. So, number one, the present state. In what state your mind is that? Number one, it is overthinking loop. So we are constantly thinking about what if, what will happen, did I do the right, and what will people say, am I good enough? So these kind of questions, I mean, doubting ourselves or doubting to the future, doubting to the situation, and doubting my acts or behavior. Am I good enough? It's a doubting statement, doubting question. So if these kind of things, our mind repeats the same thought 15 times, then it becomes our mental noise. So let me give one example which you can relate easily. So a young boy, he scored 92%, keeps thinking, what if next time I score less? Agreed. So one thought becomes 10 thoughts, because when he asks, what if next time I score less? Then he got trapped into different thoughts. Then what others will ask me, what my parents will say, what our teachers will say me. So like this, many questions. So in this way, what will happen to me? What I will do next? So all these thoughts, one simple doubt in the mind, one simple thought in the mind traps us by 10 different thoughts. So then A overthinking trap is there. So I am asking one question to everybody. Are you undergoing this overthinking trap? You can ask to yourself, you can answer to yourself. So this is one overthinking trap or overthinking loop. Next, point two of the present state of the modern human mind, that is stress without rest. So people work very hard, but they don't know how to emotionally rest. Yes, people are saying, I am taking rest, I am sleeping. Yes, your body is sleeping on the bed, your body is sitting on the chair, but is your mind getting rest? Maybe doesn't. Just check, just ask yourself. One example I will give you here again. Uh, I told that in the first video or first session, part one, a Bangalore professional, he finishes his work at 9 p.m. but lies awake till 1 a.m. at night, scrolling reels. His body is on bed, but his mind is still running the reels. Do you think it is sometimes he feels that there is no need of scrolling the reel? He feels that. He's feeling guilty, but he could not sleep. Unnecessarily, he is scrolling the reels. So now, the event that I am telling, with how many of you it is happening? You ask yourself again. Overthinking, questioning ourselves, and one questioning, repeating frequently, and it leads to many questions, and you are getting into overthinking trap. Then number two, that is you are stressed, but your body is resting, your mind is not resting. So how many of you are undergoing this state of mind? Now, number three, emotional numbness. So this is when you cannot feel happiness, you cannot feel excitement, you cannot feel joy. Something is happening there which you should be happy, but you can't. Something is there excited happening, but you are not excited for that. Something joyful event is going on there so around you, maybe in your family, but you are not enjoying that. So it is not because your life is bad, but because the mind is tired. Ask yourself, what is happening to me? Am I feeling happy? Though there is a happy situation is there, am I feeling excited? Though some excitement is going on there for me, am I feeling joyed? Though joyful situation is there around me and for me also. So one example I'll give you. A woman gets promoted but feels nothing. She smiles for others, but inside she feels blank. So that's a example you can relate to. And a student, he got good marks in the examination, but no such joy is there. So these kind of things. Some function you are attending a function, a marriage function maybe, a celebration maybe, a friends get together maybe. You are there, present there, but you cannot enjoy yourself fully. Is it happening to you? So think that. Question, ask question to you. Where are you in that state of mind? Are you really feeling happy? Are you really feeling joyed? Are you really feeling excited? Next, number four, low motivation. So this is a common problem. People are not lazy, they are overwhelmed. When the mind carries too much load, the body stops moving. You think, suppose I will make you carry a heavy load on your back, and I will tell you, you run, you move, you go up to a stair. Can you do that easily? You will tell, yes, I can do, but it's been difficult. Carrying a load and moving away. Similar things happen to our mind. If our mind carries too much load, the body stops moving. Because I have told frequently, our mind and body are one. What mind directs, body do. And what the body does, our mental state changes accordingly. If your body is tired, I'm giving one example. Have you seen a person whose shoulders are down, heads down? Can he be feel happy? No. And if my shoulders are back, up, chin is up, can I be sad? I can change my mental state here. So this is reciprocal. One example I will give you. A student wants to study but feels heavy. He feels stuck and unable to start studying. So what is happening to him? This is emotional overload. This is not laziness. Sometimes, if I talk about any housewife who is watching this, you ask yourself, sometimes you feel like you are going to the kitchen, but you don't feel like cooking. As a working professional, if I talk, it's office time, but you don't feel like going to the office. Is it happening to you? So this is motivation is low there. Our mind is not motivated to do the work. Next, number 5, constant comparison. So every scroll that we do in the reels, what we see there, we see someone else is successful there on the screen, and someone else is more beautiful, and we see someone else more disciplined, someone else is more richer than us. They are luxurious, they are driving luxury cars, they are staying in bungalows, beautiful bungalows. So there starts our mind starts comparing that with those successful people. So that comparison damages our self-worth and we develop a low self-esteem. We always blame ourselves. Everything is happening to that person, but why? Though I am doing hard labor, nothing is happening to me. So that damages my self-worth. Self-doubt, it creates a self-doubt. So that comparison, it is going on. Now you ask yourself, am I comparing with somebody who is more successful? Am I comparing with somebody who is more beautiful? Am I comparing with somebody who is more disciplined? Am I comparing with somebody who is more richer? And you find your answer. If your answer is yes, I'm comparing, and you are feeling low, then that is damaging your self-worth. So a teen, if I say, when compares her looks with the influencers, social media influencers, maybe in Instagram, maybe in Facebook, or in other social media, suddenly she feels unattractive. Though she is attractive, so this lowers our self-esteem. Have not we felt the same situation in past? So one example I will give you here, you can see Anupam Kher. Everybody knows. So when he started his career, everybody was telling him that you can't be, you are not so attractive, and your film career will not be that successful. But he himself told, or he accepts himself as the handsome man, and that's why now you see how successful Anupam Kher is in film career. If that day he would not have accepted that, then we cannot see that Anupam Kher today where he is. Agreed? So number 6, irritability and short temper. Are you feeling irritable? Are you getting short temper at some cases? So this is a mental state. So this is not personality actually. This is emotional fatigue. When do we get irritated? Many of us, when we come back to our home from offices after a long working hour and stressful working hour, maybe some altercation in the office with somebody, and we come to the home, then how do we feel at home? So that irritation of the office, that mindset or that emotional state which we have suppressed in the office. Here, what we do when we enter home, we just vent it out as a form of irritation, as a form of temper, maybe anger, maybe, right? So our mind cannot process that emotion. So it reacts. We react that one. So this is emotional fatigue, irritation, short temper. Are you facing that kind of situation or mental state? Or presently, are you in that state? A father shouts at his child for a small mistake because he is carrying his office stress. So is it not irritability? Is it not the father is not able to process his emotions and react? Have you done with your children like that? Have you done with somebody else in outside in the office? Ask yourself and find where you are. Now, number 7, feeling stuck or lost. Many people don't know what they truly want. They work, they proceed, but they really don't know what they want. The mind feels directionless. Sometimes mind feels confused. And sometimes our mind feels tired. So one example, small example, a 22-year-old said, I don't know if I'm happy. I don't know if I'm sad or just alive. So what is this? Next, he felt that this is mental exhaustion. Next, number 8. Let us see. Number 8 is very important. It silently kills our emotional state. It's silently working like a slow poison. That is sleep disturbance. Either not falling asleep or waking up in the middle of the night. Not falling asleep. Sometimes it is happening to us. You ask yourself, or you are waking up in the middle of the night suddenly, both the cases. Or you feel in the morning, you feel like you have slept 7 hours, 8 hours maybe, but you feel like you are again feeling drowsy, you are again feeling sleepy. So these all are the first sign of emotional imbalance. Yes. So that's why we are discussing this. Where are you? You ask yourself, is your sleeping, your sleep is deep? You are not waking up middle of the night, or after waking up you don't feel sleepy? You ask yourself. So there are mothers, there are professionals, there are students, everyone who lose sleep because when they go to sleep, their mind cannot switch off. Body is lying down on the bed, but mind is not switching off. So these all things I told, 8 states of the mind in the present situation or present world. Number 1, overthinking, then stress without rest, then emotional numbness, then low motivation, constant comparison, irritability and short temper, and feeling stuck or lost, and sleep disturbance. These all. Now just ask yourself, where do you lie? Or maybe some other condition, other emotional condition or mental state that you are in now. So these are the present state of mind, right? So now let us discuss what is the desired state. Where do you want to go? See, you can practice this as a practical tips also for yourself. As you decide where are you now or in which mental state you are there. Now after that, now what discussion we will do here, what is our desired state, what we want. For example, I will give you one example here. Suppose a man is having 1 crore net worth at present. He wants to switch to 20 crore net worth. His present state is 1 crore net worth, financial condition I'm talking about, and his He wants to move to 20 crore net worth. Desired state. This present state and desired state. Now, what is the gap? What he should do to reach from 1 crore to 20 crore? So that is the skill gap maybe, or the process gap maybe. So how to feel that? So all the three. Present state we discussed. We discussed about the emotional state or mental state. Currently, 8 mental state examples I have given you, and you will decide on which present state you are in. And now the desired states I am in. And you decide where to go. You choose a target, where to go, which is urgent and which is feasible for you, which is urgent for you. Then we will decide how to go to that, from present to from desired. So all this together, this present state of human mind, a mind that is normally overworked, overestimated, underrested, and emotionally overloaded. But the good news is, it's a crucial truth. The present state of overwhelm is not your permanent state. It's a condition, not a character flaw. There is a higher, there is a calmer, more resilient state is there where we can consciously build it. It is time to shift our focus just shift your focus. It can be done. Now let us move to our desired state, which is a resilient mind. So how a healthy mind, a balanced mind, an emotionally strong mind truly looks like. So this is desired state. And that is your desired state where you want to go. That is the blueprint of your inner life. So number one, let me discuss. So it's a calm mind, which is non-reactive. A calm mind is often misunderstood. How? Calm mind is not without a problem. Do you think a calm mind is not having any problem? Problems will always be there. Problems will exist. So it is a mind, a calm mind, that does not react instantly. Problem will be there. Giving you a pause between stimulus and response. Somebody scolded us, we paused and then responded, not reacted. But a turbulent mind is, if somebody scolded us or somebody told something odd to us, then immediately we scolded back or we showed our reaction. So that is a turbulent mind. But if you take a pause, your actions will be 100% better. You check. So a relatable example I will give you. Imagine a teenager who is harshly criticized by a friend. That is happening in schools, in society. The stressed mind would instantly shout or burst into tears. But the calm mind pauses, take a breath, processes the feedback, and responds to the maturity. What he will respond? The calm mind. Thank you for your honest view. I will reflect on that. So that pause he took is the superpower. A simple pause. Even if in our home also, so this is our desired state. We should be like that. That means I am not telling you the process here. I am just telling you a calm mind should be a desired state. Our desired state. I desire to acquire a calm mind. The mind which is not reacting, the mind which is responding to the stimuli after taking a pause. That means the simple process is stimulus, pause, then respond. Calm mind, I want that. How to do that? We will discuss. Number two, emotional awareness. The first and foremost thing is we have to name to tame it. Because if the doctor will not know the disease, what disease is there, how what medicine the doctor will give. If you don't know what is the problem, what to solve then? If you know the problem, then only you can solve. Simply, in the same way also, in our emotional state, let us aware of that where we are. So the desired state is we should be emotionally aware. The power of naming our emotion. That means I desired to name my emotion. This is a fundamental skill. Understanding what you feel and more importantly, why you feel it. That is important. Suppose I am angry. Suppose I am irritated. But I will ask me after that, suppose I am angry. I am feeling angry at home. I'll ask me, first I will identify how do I feel? I'm feeling angry. Then I'll ask, why do I feel angry? If I know that, the source, why do I feel angry? So that is my decision. I should know why I am feeling angry. I should know why I am irritated. Why I am sad. I should know why I am sad. Why I am happy. Even for good emotions also. I am feeling happy. Why I am feeling happy? What gives me that happiness? So that source. When you can name your feelings accurately, you instantly take the control of that, control of the feeling. You move from being the victim of the emotions to the observer it, right? You are not going to be the victim of your emotions then. Your anger will not control you. You will control that. Your irritation will not control you. You will control the irritation. Then you can change the emotion. You can change anger into, happy mode. You can change your irritation into happy mode. You can change our a sad state to a happy state, right? Better state. So one example, think of a student who keeps procrastinating. So they might tell themselves, the student, I'm just lazy. But that will give a negative feeling to that student. But a mind with emotional awareness will pause and say, the student is saying, wait, I'm not lazy. Rather, I'm anxious about failing this difficult test. So naming the anxiety instead of accepting the level of laziness and instantly feels lighter and allows them to manage the underlying fear. So this is what awareness is. Different words. Now let us go to number 3, clarity of thought. That is a desired state. I want my thoughts to be clear. I want a state where clarity of thought will be there for my mind. And the decision will be simple. When the mind is cluttered with worries, every small decision feels like a crisis. But when the mind is clear, the decisions become easy. Are you agree with me or not? Tell me. Our mind is clear, the decision becomes easy. And almost automatic decisions we can take. Now, a working professional with true clarity does not panic when a new and urgent responsibility drops on their back. They don't waste time in worrying. Rather, they calmly check their calendar, know their top 3 priorities for the day, and instantly slot the new task in where it makes the sense or delegate it without guilt. Suppose already 3 tasks are there for them, new task comes, then already the priorities. Okay, this is number 1 priority. Number 2 priority is the next second one. Number 3 is third one. Already this 3 is packed in my calendar. Now the fourth task is coming. How to adjust that? So he will take a pause. It's a calm mind, right? He will take a pause and he will see in which slot it will fit. One, two, three, four, or After one, it will fit, or he thinks of some other better options also. May I delegate this task to somebody else, or it can be done tomorrow, or it can be done in the evening. So he will prioritize and accordingly he will do, and that will work like wonder. The pausing and responding to everything. Now let us know about fourth one, the desired state. So don't you desire to be resilient or bouncing back to any situation after falling down? Everybody wants that. It's a desired situation, desired mental state. Everybody wants. So resilience is not about being unbreakable. Yes, we break in the situations, but again, what we'll do after breaking down, we will construct ourselves again and we will rise and roar again. So it's about your capacity to bounce back from setbacks. The strong minds treats failure not as a final destination, but as simple feedback. It's just like there are humps and dumps on the road, and after the humps, we will not get back. Rather, what we do normally, we just slows down our vehicle and moves on the humps, over the humps, and we go ahead. Life is just like that. Whether it's the humps, whether it's the dumps, right? Failure is not fatal. So we will go ahead with taking that simple failure as a feedback. Now consider a student. Nowadays, students are crazy about NEET examinations and JEE examinations and other competitive examinations. Consider a student who didn't get the desired rank in a highly competitive examination like NEET. So the emotionally weak mind student, they collapse and they internalize the failure. They take it to the mind. They're getting under stress. But the resilient mind allows a moment of sadness. Sadness will be there because nobody likes the failure. Okay, everybody is having that. But what he will do, he will quickly reset, learns from the mistake, and tries again, perhaps with a different strategy or a deeper commitment. He will start moving again. So that's what we need, resilient mindset. Now, present moment awareness. So, number five, a desired state that everybody wants is present moment awareness. That is, suppose you are doing something, it's all about focus actually. Present moment, or this can also be told as moment mastery. How you are mastering the moment. Present moment awareness. I desire to be the master of the present moment. The exhausted mind, if you have, it lives in two places. If our mind is exhausted, it lives in two places. Number one, yesterday's regrets, or tomorrow's endless fear and to-do list. They live in the past, think of the past, they live in the past story, and they are afraid of tomorrow. They are afraid of the to-do list of tomorrow, what to do. How many of you are undergoing that state? Just ask yourself. But it should not be our desired state. The desired state is simply being here, fully present right now. The present moment mastery. So what I will say, number five, I desire to be live in the moment, living in the now, taking lessons from the past. I will live in the now, live in the moment, and walk in the future. Sorry. So one example I will give you here. Imagine a parent sitting down for a dinner. The present aware parents, those who are aware to their present, are enjoying the food, the conversation, and the feeling of connection. The enjoyment is there. They are not simultaneously planning tomorrow's office politics or worrying about a bill, how to pay that. So that simple act of presence is the ultimate form of rest of the mind. So they are very calm and quiet inside their mind, and they will really enjoy the moment every time. So just ask yourself whether you are talking to a friend, whether you are working for your office, whether you are working at home, whether a mother or somebody, anybody doing any household work, maybe cooking or any family parties, everything that you decide, you just ask yourself. But this question will be very useful if you are in that part of the uh, work. Suppose I am here, I am delivering this session. I ask myself, am I here or am I thinking the past, what happened yesterday to me, or what is going to happen after the session? If I will think of that, do you think my session will be impactful? Definitely not. Simply, a player who is playing on the field, maybe cricket, maybe football, maybe tennis, maybe badminton, anything. Suppose they will think of the last match that they lost and playing this match, and they will think, what if we lose the match? In that mindset they will play, then that will not be impactful, and that particular player will not perform well. Similarly, life is like that. So live in the now should be our desired state. We have to try that, and we will go for the process, the solutions. In the latter half of this session, we will discuss the solutions, how to do that, how to achieve the desired state. Then number 6 is confidence and self-worth. That is internal validation. So this is deep, and this is quite knowing that you are capable of handling whatever life throws at you. When this belief is strong, problems feel smaller because you trust your ability to navigate them, right? Because confidence, that is not begged, that is taken. If you think you will do, you can do. If you think you cannot do, you cannot. Simple. And that will increase self-worth also. The confident people, so they trust the ability how to navigate to different situations. Sometimes they create different situations of their own. One example, a teenager with strong self-worth, so that is stops the constant or existing cycle of comparing themselves with their friends' achievement. They looks or the processions, and instead focuses all their energy on their own growth and progress. They don't look at their others' progress and all. So just they set their benchmark where they are today and what improvement they have made tomorrow. That is confidence. That will increase the confidence, a small progress. And that will increase the self-worth also. Let us discuss about the number 7, desired state. That is meaningful connections or quality over quantity. Our conversations, our connections should be meaningful. For example, relationships. So in the desired state are ones that feel safe, supportive relationships. and restorative relations. It should not be, no relation should be a stressful. Do you want a stressful relationship or the relation which gives you stress and where some demanding is there? To keep the relationship strong, somebody or you are demanding something from the other one. Is that the genuine relationship? Is that the authentic relationship? If always some demand is there, I want that, I want this, so that's not. And relationship should not be transactional. So something, if you are giving, then the relationship is strong. And if you are not giving anything, the relationship is weak. No, that's a transactional relationship and it's not good at all. So, what is my desired relationship? It should be meaningful, quality over quantity. I don't need quantity, I need quality. Relationships in the desired state are ones that feel safe, supportive, and restorative. So, this could be a 10 minutes genuine and unhurried conversation, maybe with parents. Sit with the parents, talk for 10 minutes, don't hurry, but quality talkings. Share your emotions, share your feelings, even if with a friend also or your partner also. But in that case, our biggest enemy of the present, that is phone, should be away. No phone calls. So when I'm talking with my parents, emotional discussion is going on with my friend, with my partner, phone call is coming frequently, and I'm picking the phone. Do you think that conversation will be a quality conversation? No. So gradually, what will happen? That will distract us from the focus, right? And if that is happening, the phone is away and you are in the conversation, which is not hurried, which is genuine, maybe it's a 10 minutes or less time, you feel truly seen and understood also. Your parents will understand you, your friends will understand you, your partner will understand you. And it's that feeling of having an emotional anchor. It will build your emotional connection with your uh, parents, maybe with your friends, maybe with your partner, anybody, with your children, maybe. So now let us come to point number 8, the desired state number 8. Everybody of you, what do you want your life like be? Your life should have purpose, your life should have direction, right? And you should knowing your North Star. So knowing that genuinely, what is your purpose that matters to you, that matters what you value, that gives your mind a filter to block out the noise. It brings all your decisions into alignment because you know the purpose, you know the direction, where to go, and for what for. If I know my purpose of my life, and if I know how I will reach that purpose, then that acts like a north star of my life. And my actions, my decisions will be aligned together, and I will reach there. So, how many of you want that kind of life? Purpose with direction. So, desired mindset. A 30-year-old high achieving professional, after deep reflection, what he realized that mental peace and their family's well-being is more important than constantly impressing society and constantly chasing the next promotion. So this realization instantly reduces pressure on the employee, on the professional, that professional I'm talking about. So it reduces the pressure automatically because your priority is something else. Your purpose is, what is your life purpose? Your direction, which direction you have to move, you know, you are clear. So that reduces pressure for that. So now, till now, what you have discussed, just I'm reviewing. Two parts are over now. In part one, I discussed in which present state of mind are we. In the second part, I discussed what are the 8 desired state of mind we everybody wants to achieve, the desired state. You ask yourself, at which present state are you in, and at which desired state you want to go. Maybe this present state and desired state may vary from person to person also. You can create your own too, but you have to check it well. Now, the important part is how we will go from the present state to the desired state, filling the gap, right? So, what is the present state look like for you? It is overloaded and exhausted. And what is the desired state you look like? When I'm discussing the desired state, everybody was ambitious, right? So it is calm, resilient, and clear. See, I'm just comparing again. This is a present state, overloaded, exhausted. And this state, calm, resilient, and clear state. We want this. How to bridge the gap? So, how do we shift from, this one to that? Let us see. This gap is not filled by a magical breakthrough moment, or it's not a single moment theory. It's a practical thing, and it is filled by very small and consistent and powerful habit shifts. Your habits will make it. There is not rocket science involved here. Small habits, consistent habits, and powerful shifts that will make you mine. So we are not looking for a complete life overhaul, but 7 simple actionable changes that rewire your brain for strength that I'm going to tell now. 7 habit shifts. How to transform our mind with those 7 habits shifts. So that is very practical actually. Very practical tools. Everybody can practice that, but with a simple yes, I will start. Yes, I will start. Yes, I will start. But today, choose one to start with today. Because all 7 habits, you cannot start once. You can gradually practice one by one. Number 1, see, as we progress here, the 7 steps, one by one, you might be realizing how easy is this. But you make your mind believe this is easy and start doing it. Once you start doing it, unless until you start it, you will feel difficulty. Once you start, nobody can stop you and you can achieve your desired state. Number 1 is morning emotional check. It will take hardly 5 minutes for you. Morning emotional state. So I will show my fingers like this and I will say one by one. So this one, how to do that? So morning emotional check-in, before you look at your phone. When morning you get up from bed, what exactly you do? Ask yourself. Do you look at your phone? Do you talk to anybody else? If you are doing that, just stop it for 5 minutes. Invest only 5 minutes in yourself and write down 3 things every morning. Just when you get up from your bed. Number 1 is you maintain a journal, you maintain a diary. Every day, day 1, day 2, day 3, like this, you write and you go for that. And so this will work like wonder. You ask yourself, the first question is, what am I feeling today? What am I feeling? First feeling, what I'm feeling. Let us aware of the feeling today. Then you ask, why I am feeling this? Or identify the trigger. Or what makes or what brings this feeling in my mind. So what am I feeling today? Why am I feeling this? Just identify the trigger. If you want to know more about triggers means what causes that feeling. That is the trigger. So to know more about the triggers, I have a video in my YouTube channel, this channel that you're watching, how to build powerful habits. I will give the link of the video in the description. So you can go through for the how triggers, the behaviors and the result, all the habit formation I have discussed there. There's a long video. You can watch that to how to identify the trigger, how to uh, uh, know more about the triggers. So next is, first is what am I feeling today? Second is why I am feeling this. Third is what do I need today? So how to improve this one, right? So do I need a rest today? Do I need a walk? Or do I need to set a clear boundary? So these three questions you ask yourself every day, every morning. Suppose a teenager, he writes or she writes, I'm anxious because of the math test this afternoon. He has a math test in the afternoon. So in the morning when he got up, he was writing like, what I'm feeling today in the morning. He felt like anxious, so he wrote, I am feeling anxious today. Then he asked himself, why I am feeling this? So he just overlooked the matter and discussed about the matter and found that he has a math test. And he found that due to math test, he is feeling anxious because examinations, test that gives us anxiety. Then, what do I need today? Need to do today? What do I need to do today? He asked himself. And he answered himself that, yes, I need 20 minutes of revision and a hot cup of tea. See, this solution, what do I need to do today for a better response to that situation or that feeling? Everybody has different solutions actually. Because if a cup of tea is giving a pleasure or relaxation to somebody, or maybe some listening to good music, or maybe some good exercises, maybe aerobics will give, or maybe some morning walk will give somebody relaxation, right? So it differs from person to person. I need 20 minutes of revision of the math test and hot cup of tea, that boy told. So that simple act, see, he named it. Yes, I am feeling anxious and math, because math test is there in the evening. Knew the reason, first feeling, then why, math test, then what I do need to do, revision and cup of tea. So this simple act of naming it, naming the anxiety and creating a small plan. He created a small plan, right? It reduces the emotional burden by half before the day even begins. The day has not begun. He got up from bed and made the plan for the whole day. This emotional plan. He will never feel stressed because he has a plan to uh, maintain the emotional strength the whole day. He has a plan. Though he might feel anxious or he might feel anything wrong mentally uh, in the any part of the day, he has a plan to overcome it. So that's what. See, this is the thing. Morning emotional check. Everybody needs to do. This is number one. Morning emotional check. So you can write this every day in the diary by naming day one, day two, day three like this and maintain. Next, number two, digital boundary. So digital boundary, we must reclaim the two most sacred hours of our day, most holy hours of our day. And that is, what is that? Most sacred hour of the day? Might be knowing just before going to the bed, 1 hour. Suppose I am going to bed at 11 p.m. From 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., that 1 hour is a sacred time for me because the mindset of that 1 hour will decide my quality of sleep the whole night. And when I get up from bed, suppose at 6 a.m. I get up from bed, or 5 a.m. I get up, 6 a.m. I get up from bed. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. That 1 hour is very important and that is crucial, sacred time for me, sacred hour, holy hour, important hour. How I spend that hour, that is important. And that will decide my whole day. Night 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. This 1 hour decides my whole night. And after getting up from bed, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., this decides my day, how I will spend my day, my emotional state. So that is very important. That's why these are called sacred hours. So the hour after waking and the hour before sleeping. No phone for 1 hour after waking and no phone for 1 hour before sleeping. And believe me, I am adhering to this strictly, very strictly. And I have got the result. I have improved my sleep quality. Improved means I have achieved the best sleep quality. I am feeling that. And in the morning, when I do that sacred hour practice, 1 hour practice, I am practicing for more hours. You can do that also. No phone, no net is switched on for 2 hours still, till I finish my exercises, till I finish my own work. I will not let any thought from outside come into my mind. No negative thoughts, no negative emotion, no negative news, no negative discussions. And same thing I do just before 1 hour or 1.5 hours, minimum 1 hour do the must. No negative news, no negative informations enter into the mind. And I got the sleep quality. And how sleep is important, everybody knows. One example I'm giving you. A parent, this is my example I have given. A parent who stopped scrolling on their phone at night. What do you think might have happened to him? He reported sleeping 40 minutes earlier on average within 1 week. Because what happens when you go to the bed just before 15-20 minutes, suppose you lie on the bed, immediately you don't sleep, right? Initially, when you lie on the bed, the thoughts process that is coming to your mind, that needs to be stopped. That needs to be stopped. Then your brain becomes calm and quiet and cool. Then you fall asleep slowly. So for that, if your mind is having a turbulent thoughts, different thoughts are coming into your mind, the thought process will not shut down, right? So if the thought process will not shut down, how can you sleep properly? Some of you might have observed, might have felt that when you go to bed, you can sleep deeply after 1 hour. Some of you immediately sleep after getting to the bed. And some of you might not get at all any sleep, any deep sleep the whole night. So this is all about. This is all about quality sleep, right? So the digital boundaries must be there, right? So number one, I told morning emotional check-in, then digital boundaries that you said, and then one real conversation daily. Real conversation. This you practice. Make a conscious decision to have one conversation daily that involves genuine emotional sharing without judgment. You discuss you when you are discussing when you are in conversation with somebody, that should be genuine conversation. You don't have any judgment. Suppose I will not like to discuss with somebody about some matter or about anything who judges me or who gives his opinion according to his experience. Yes, opinion he will give, but he will not judge me, right? So this must be a safe space. Safe space will be there, and whether it's a friend, whether it's a parent, whether it's our colleague or any family members, no judgment. Suppose my child is talking to me, my family, any parent is talking to me, or maybe any friend is talking to me, I will not judge. I'll just listen to. If you listen to somebody, then you can understand his problem. Similarly, you hold conversation with somebody who will listen to you. So that what will happen? Your emotional heaviness, emotional load will be vented out. And if it is vented out, you think of load is there and the load is removed. So how do we feel? We'll feel light, isn't it? So similarly, to our if we clear our emotional load, we will feel light in our mind. So that real conversation we need. So an university student, if I give one example, he was burdened with stress, and what happened? He shared his fears and struggles with his father. in one evening, and uh, and he cried actually after sharing his stress and fears and struggles. He cried, and that 10 minutes of genuine conversation with his father, he cried. No problem. You cry, you laugh, you smile, you got angry, but you released your emotions. You released your loads. So that 10 minutes released reduced an emotional burden he had been carrying for 3 months. And now he become easy. And in this way, what happens? There is a repo, there is a belief system, or there is a, I mean, he feels like his father is somebody to him, he can deliver, he can uh, mm, leave the loads, and his father is able to release the loads. So, what will happen next time? Even when stress will come to his mind, fear will come to his mind, any kind of unforeseen situation comes to his life, he can discuss with his father. And this can happen to us also. If somebody, our mother, our parents, any of the parents, guardian, teachers, whosoever it may be, if he or she listens us, in front of whom we can vent our emotional load, then definitely we would love to have a good conversation with them. So that's what needed, a real, genuine conversation daily. So again, I'm repeating. Why I'm repeating? This should be a culture like thing. Morning, 5 minutes check in. Number one, digital boundaries. Number two, and one real conversation daily. Then number four, move your body. Minimum 20 minutes. Minimum 20 minutes. The persons, those who are not moving their body, the movement you might have seen in the ancient past, what our ancestors were doing. They move here and there in jungles, right? Human body. Your body and mind are not separate. See, that is, if your body is still, if your body is still, your mind will move. If your mind is still, your body should move. Reciprocal. Mind is still means mind is calm. Then we have to move our body. You can feel it. Our because our movement, physical movements, it releases emotional toxins and it burns off our nervous energy. Maybe it be walking, maybe yoga, maybe stretching, maybe dancing, anything that gets the blood flowing. 20 minutes daily exercise minimum we should do, physical movements, any physical movements, what you like. So I will tell you a simple, very good technique here. You sit quietly and find what physical movement would you like the most. That means what physical movement give you enjoyment. Suppose I enjoy dancing a particular bit, dancing with a particular bit, then I will do that bit every time. I mean every day at least. Other exercise I will do. Other exercises, yoga, stretching, gym, workouts, walking, everything I do. But if I will do that my favorite or enjoying physical movement, then that will immediately release my stress. Immediately release my stress. So that you don't forget to do. You find a favorite physical movement of yours and do it every day without fail. Without fail. Suppose when you are stressed also, you intentionally do that and you will see your stress level will be suddenly down. Why this happening? Whenever you do exercises, whenever you do yoga, walking, stretching, lifting weights, because you are coming out of your comfort zone, and when you are coming out of your comfort zone, you are increasing your testosterone level and your cortisol level is down immediately, and cortisol level down immediately means your stress level is down and you are happy immediately. I'm giving one example. A woman dealing with professional frustration began going for a brisk walk, morning walk. She noticed by the end of the week, her lingering feelings of anger and sadness had physically reduced. And movement is profound emotional regulator. Movement, please do remember, our movement is a profound emotional regulator. Suppose many working professionals might have been watching this video. Suppose you are sitting and working here for a long time. Don't make your body sit at the same position for a long time. You change your body. I'm working here. I'll just move like this. I will do some movements like this. Any movement, anything change. If you do, your brain will not be still. Body moved, right? So brain will not feel stress. Body still, brain will move here and there. Different thoughts will come. But if you consciously choose any physical movement, suppose I choose this physical movement, this is consciously I'm doing, right? So what my brain is engaged to do that movement. So my brain is engaged here for some moment, then I'll start working again, right? So like this, we can do that. So move your body. That is needed. Move your body. Next is gratitude practice. So what happens? Many of us, we live in a feeling of lack or feeling of pressure, feeling of problems. Always we complain, complaining attitude, maybe. I complain. He is getting that. I am not getting that. He is getting rich. I am not. He is having luxurious car. I don't have. But please come out of that feeling of what I don't have. Always think what I have. What I have. At least if at least you have your life, valuable life. People don't have. People are not living that much. You have all your hands, legs, eyes, nose, everything we have. We can listen, we can speak. That is sufficient. There are people who doesn't have hands, doesn't have legs to walk, doesn't have mouth to speak. They can't speak. Doesn't have eyes to see the world, beautiful world. You can see the beautiful world at least. You have ears to listen to the music, listen to your children's sweet voice. But people doesn't have that. You are lucky enough. I am lucky enough to have this mind, have this brain, have this beautiful body, everything. So that will gratitude, that thanksgiving to the God, thanksgiving to the universe, and thanksgiving to everyone who is involved in our life, maybe small, maybe big, even if my speck, which helps me to see, read, even if my water bottle, which helps me to contain the water that I drink, I thank the water. I thank the water tap from where the water is coming out. I thank the bucket which contains the water and which I pour on my body to take bath. I thank the universe. I thank the environment which gives me oxygen. I thank my house where do I live. I thank my bed where I sleep. I thank my table where I work. I thank my chair where I sit. I thank the dress where what I'm wearing. Everything, every small thing, and you go on doing that, you feel abundance in life. I have everything, so many things I have. I have not having few things, but I will think how I will improve in that to achieve those things. That is gratitude practice, and do it at least morning. That morning check-in that I have told you, 5 minutes. In that also gratitude practice you can do simultaneously. It will take hardly 5 minutes total. That 5 minutes morning check-in and 5 minutes gratitude practice. And why you should do this? Because your morning habit will decide the whole day. And just before going to the bed, you again practice the gratitude. So that will decide your whole night. So your whole day is fixed with emotional strength, with abundance, with possibility, with progress instead of pressure, instead of problems. So, and one relatable example that I am giving to maintain the gratitude journal. You might have heard about Oprah Winfrey, the richest lady. He is having 320 crore US dollar net worth. Everybody knows, might have, you can search the internet also. And she told that she never forget to maintain the gratitude journal. Never forgets to maintain the gratitude journal. And the result is this. And it gives a feeling of abundance. That is the main thing. And you are coming out of the feeling of what I don't have to what I have. And that lets you, and that gives you strength. That gives you confidence. That gives you huge boost in self confidence. And if at all anyway you want to maintain the gratitude journal, actually it may help you. I will give the link in the description. You can find it. I have prepared with so much research for years. I have prepared a 90 days gratitude journal for everyone. I am maintaining that one also. So that is helping me, and that may help you. Just go and check in. I will give the link in the description box. Gratitude journal, 90 days gratitude practice. You can do guided prompts are there for 90 days. New prompts are there. You can practice it. Definitely, it will help you. Now, number 6, self discipline. Your daily medicine. Self discipline is the daily medicine. That is what I call self discipline is mostly related to sleep discipline. So, if I say the number 6, sleep discipline, just if you are self disciplined, then you can maintain the sleep discipline also, or sleep hygiene, you can say. Sleep is not a luxury, it is the daily medicine your brain desperately need to heal. The process and the brain will consolidate. Fix a non negotiable sleep time, please, even on weekends also. Many of us, what we do in weekends, we sleep. Suppose Saturday and Sunday is there. Saturday night we sleep late, and Sunday morning we get up late. In that way, what will happen? Monday will feel not getting up early because your brain will confuse. So you should have a fixed sleeping time and fixed getting up time so that your brain will not be confused. Your body is habituated, right? So definitely that heals your brain, heals your emotional load, and it will give you a mental clarity and focus. Sleep discipline is highly necessary for everybody. Now, next, create an emotional safe space. Emotional safe space. How will make it? You need a dedicated place to unburden your thoughts. This can be an inanimate object like a journal you keep with you, as I told, or a person like a trusted coach, maybe a counselor, maybe a mentor, maybe a family member also. Don't carry it all alone. Don't carry the load all alone. If I will carry everything, the water bottle, the remote controller, the spec, the diary, everything with my hand, can I walk comfortably? No. It's just like that. If I carry the mental load or emotional loads in my mind, then I cannot live life peacefully. So what I'll do, I will vent out, as I told, create an emotional safe space, and you find that person in front of whom you can speak freely, who will not judge you, who will listen to you. At least when you vent out your emotions, then your emotional load is become lighter and you will feel light. May it be anybody actually. So what happens? It may be a journal also, keeping a journal, and I am venting out my emotions in a diary also. You can do that. So a busy mother, what she did, she began journaling for 10 minutes every night. And what changes happened to her, she felt a tangible emotional weight dropping off her shoulders and making her, she find her calmer and more present parent the next day. She could handle her children in a better way. She could handle the household works in a better way. And she finds herself happier. So this is what. So 7 things I told. So again, I'm repeating the 7 things. Number 1 is morning emotional check-ins. You can say morning, morning, M. Then digital boundaries. 1 hour before sleep and 1 hour after waking up. Digital boundaries. So MD, M for morning check-ins and D for digital boundaries. And then real conversation. You can say conversation. So this is MDC, MDC, real conversation with somebody, and move your body. This is body. B, MDCB. Then gratitude practice. G, MDCB, MDC, number 3, B, MDCB, G, MDCBG. Then sleep discipline. S, MDCG, MDCBGS. Sleep discipline. You should have a sleep discipline. Fixed time for sleeping and fixed time for waking up. Don't change in weekends. But many people do that. If you want to go ahead of many people, then you have to do different from other people, right? Then finally, emotional safe space. That is E, you can say. Create an emotional safe space with somebody else and you practice it, right? So that's all. The 7 steps, if you practice these 7 habits, if you shift that, these are not difficult. They are small, they are very simple, and most importantly, practical steps. Whatever the steps I told, they are not impossible, but you need to start. So when done consistently, if you do it consistently, you transform your inner world, and you have the map. You know the adjusted present state and the resilient desired state, and now you have the compass, the daily habits. See, I have given you 3 things: present state, you know, then the desired habits, you know, and the compass, the daily habits that you know. And now remember, the moment your inner world changes, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you react, everything in the world outside of you begins change too. So finally, I want to leave you with one final essential message from me. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are definitely not alone. Your mind is tired. It is because you have been asked to be strong, to be on for far too long without a right support, without a right rest, and without right tools. Emotional healing and mental strength are not matter of luck. They are a skill. Just like learning to cycle or play an instrument, they are skills that can be learned, that can be practiced, and that can be mastered. You can be the master of your emotions. So, with these daily habits, with increased emotional awareness, and with the right guidance, anyone can move from emotional breakdown to a place of sustainable emotional strength. So, thank you for watching this whole video. If you are already stopped talking about change and start your emotional transformation today, so I recommend you to begin with the simple tools for building awareness and glints of gratitude, the 90 days guided gratitude journal that you maintain. I will give the link in the description box. And thank you so much for attending the session. And you can share this video with anybody who is in need. In indirectly, you can help somebody who is in need. And you can subscribe to this channel if you would like to have this kind of videos uh, in the coming sessions. So thank you. Have a nice day.